Okay, we're here with my geometry class today, all 7 of them, and I've asked them to respond to some questions. They've had a little preparation, so they know what's coming. It's not going to be too scary for all of them. First question I want to ask you guys, what were your fears or your expectations, your thoughts, when you signed up for geometry?
I really had no fears when I was starting geometry because all my friends that took this before me said it was quite simple and it wasn't really hard not to pass. And I expected to learn about angles and shapes and proofs. That's what my friends said was pretty hard about this class, was just proofs.
Okay, a lot of my fears were that in geometry there's a lot of things you have to remember, like congruent angles and corresponding angles and all the different stuff you have to remember. And a lot of my friends said proofs are really hard too, so those are pretty much my fears.
When I got signed up for geometry, I was kind of scared because I thought it was going to be hard. And yeah, it's going to be hard, but it's not really.
Okay, when I got signed up for geometry, I did not have any fears because it was just another class.
Okay, now question number 2. How has Geometer Sketchpad helped you learn geometry concepts?
GSP has actually helped me substantially with learning. It's a lot easier for me to have visual aids than having people tell me all these things and having myself do it on the computer helps me a lot easier. It's helped me a lot.
GSP has helped a lot. It's a lot better than actually like writing down things and having to draw out angles and stuff.
I like GSP because it's more visual and I learn better with visual stuff and I can just see it all.
Makes it a lot easier to see what I'm doing and helps me remember how all the angles are congruent and which ones equal 180, and it just helps a lot to see it after being taught what to do.
The Geometry Sketchpad actually helped me a lot because I was visualizing what I'm making and what they are called, so I can keep it in my head on what I'm making.
Now, here's an important question I want each of you to answer. And I want you to answer honestly. Would you rather keep using Geometer Sketchpad, or do you want to go back to using the compass and the protractor and that straight edge to create these lines and these angles and things?
I'd rather use GSP than a compass, protractor, or a straight edge because it's just on a computer and it's way funner and easier than packing around all that junk.
I think that carrying a compass, protractor, and a straight edge is really ridiculous because it's so much to carry around, and when you just get on the computer it's all right there and you don't have to worry about it.
I would prefer using GSP because I have worked with a compass, protractor, and straight edge before, and I really don't enjoy using them. They take up space, time, and with GSP you just hop on a computer and everything's there and it's just one click go.
I would rather use GSP rather than a compass or protractor or a straight edge. It's not as complicated and you don't need all the tools at your desk to do that. You just go to a computer and just set it up and just do it.
Okay, the last question I need you to answer. What recommendation do you have for me for using Geometer Sketchpad in the future?
I'd recommend using GSP, like right after we learned about corresponding angles, and then you can just go right onto the computer and look at make corresponding angles and see all the different angles right after you were taught.
You don't have to write as much and use as much paper, and it's just way better.
So it's ecologically friendly?
Yeah. technologically friendly.
It's an easier learning tool for people that don't understand concepts that are in the book that are being taught. And when we can sit down at a computer, have our teacher help us go through the things and one by one help us, it helps them and it's easier for a lot of people to do. So.
GSP can be a little bit less confusing. It takes a while for you to get a hang of it, but after you get to use it a lot more and more, it just gets easier. But it could be.
So using Geometry Sketchpad more often, is that what you're saying?
Yes. If you use it as much as you can, it will become easier and easier and more fun to use because you'll know what you're doing.
GSP is really cool
Because it's way better and
because it's just really fun.
Everybody rise.
O great guardian of our geometry class, impart unto us the wisdom of ages, Socrates, Archimedes, Aristotle, Galileo, and let us not say something stupid.
And so what are you saying?